I think we should start. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum. Welcome to today's show. We're going to talk about the bull run in March. So if you guys like the content, make sure to press the like button so it reaches to more people and everybody gains the benefit of these free sessions. Now, yesterday I did give you guys both the downside of Bitcoin if we get rejected from here and also the upside. But what happened after I was live, it was right before the iftar time. And at that time, the price of Bitcoin was sitting around $67,000. But I also mentioned that if this is going to get reclaimed, then I may or may not position myself. So I did position myself. I did buy in here, like in this entire area twice. Once after it was confirmed that we're gonna go up, I checked everything even later to find out if this is correct. More than that, I bought a lot of Zcash around these areas. And Solana, Ethereum, all of these coins that I daily mention, just for you to know, these are the most sustainable ones. You can always trust them, you can always buy them. Aside that, we send signals for other coins and make other portfolios, but because it has a lot of responsibilities, I give you guys the best ones on live. So even if you are a beginner and if you buy and you get caught and you couldn't sell, you are at least in good hands because later on it can recover and you will not lose anything. So before we go into what is going to happen in the month of March, let me remind you guys that I did a video a few days back about this chart, which is the bull run that every time happens in the March according to the Persian calendar, which is always around 20th March, that the year of Persian calendar starts. And that was the reason because I said that this is the most accurate calendar. And what if we got the 4-year cycle of Bitcoin, which is somehow complicated? You need to go and watch that video. But what if the bull run, the actual bigger moves and sustainable moves, starts actually in March? Previously in other years, if you see in the month of March, at these times, like especially after the bear market started, like the Bitcoin topped, it had some kind of upside, a very small upside. Then it came back down. Then after that, it rallied till June. Then it fell back down. So this is in 2014. If we come back to 2018, the next bear market, you can see that in the month of March, it was actually red. But then the next month it did go up a little bit, then it continued going down. The point is, it will still go down. But how are we going to find that out? I'm going to break everything down for you today. And we're going to go through some altcoins as well. But this, you see that every time it has some counter rally or a short-term bull run, not an entire bull run. This is the bull run, guys. That Bitcoin goes up an insane amount and the trend is just up. The candles that gets printed is green and green and green, and it just keeps going up, doesn't let anybody get in. That's why I keep telling you guys that it is a blessing if you get these bear markets, because how Bitcoin is engineered is that it gives you an opportunity, if you have faith for the long term. Every time the price is down, yes, those that they have bought the top, they are in loss. But that's the thing. Do you want to be positioning yourself in an economy that is sustainable for long term or just for the short term? Because on the other hand, you have US dollar that is completely built on interest, and all the other fiat currencies. The entire economy of the world is run because of interest, and that's why we get these wars. But on the other hand, if we have this economy and we build this and we build money on top of this, which it is happening for quite some time, you can see that it is happening. We should know that we are at least in the best economy, or the most ethical economy, or the most Islamically aligned currency or commodity, however you want to call it. That's the thing. Now, coming to the year 2022, you can see that we still had some kind of push, but right the next month on April, it kept dumping. So it's not completely known where it keeps continuing to go lower, but it usually happens after April, or in this case after July, that the market kept dumping. But if we take the most of the samples, you can see that it happens right after the month of March and April, and the coming months after that. There's also one more thing that I want to show you guys. If you search in what is it, Bitcoin monthly returns, you're gonna get this chart. Am I in the, yeah. So if you see, not all the months of March in this case closes green. Closes means that the start of the candle could be in loss from the previous month, but the next candle that closes it actually closes with the returns, and everybody that has bought, they close in profit. But you can see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years straight, after 1 month in 2013 being green, all the other months they're all red. Then we have a green, then we have a red, then we have green, 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 then red again. Now we are so far, because the month hasn't ended, just started. So far we are in green. And yeah, never ever Bitcoin had 2 months consecutive, how do you say it, like one after another, which is January and February, for both of them to close red. But this year it has happened. So this chart again is also not the proof of how we can say that this rally is going to be sustainable. Now, coming back to this time period, what I still say, like I mentioned before, that we have broken the support. If you pay attention closely, we have broken in the Bitcoin chart this support, which is from $76,000 to around $80,000, or from $74,000. This entire zone is broken, and it is not easy to flip this candle unless it closes above $80,000. Like this entire month is so green that we go and eat the head of the previous candle. Okay, so it closes above this. Then we can say that, okay, it might have a small correction within the weeks or some days, the start of the next month. Then it can continue to $97,000 or $90,000. But that's for later. But still, if we take this idea as a whole, that we are going to be for 15-16 months in bear market, then it's not finished yet. We will still, maybe the chart will do something like this, coming back here, coming back down, coming back up, until it finally gets out of this period of bear market. Then it pushes really, really hard toward the next cycle, which could be very, very nice if we get that. But let's go to the US dollar chart. Now we're going to go and see what is going to happen in the short term, and what did I talk about yesterday. So we have the track of it. So yesterday I mentioned this line of resistance, that although it is a very good resistance, there is a chance that the US dollar could go back to 100. And I'm still in this idea that this resistance has been touched multiple times. If we try to cross it this time, it is quite possible it's gonna break. Then we have one more level, then after that it's going to get very, very risky. But if we come again and see it from a monthly perspective and the breakout of this entire support, we can see that it is actually testing this resistance before continuing to go lower. I mentioned this too. Now what I'm seeing is a clear rejection. Now this needs to sustain for the next 2 to 3 weeks, or this entire month of March being red for US dollar would confirm that the price would again try to go lower. If US dollar is gonna fall, obviously it is bullish for Bitcoin, a lot more bullish. Now on the other hand, we have USDT dominance chart. And as you guys know, this is still in the bear market territory. It also doesn't mean that if we are in a bear market, we don't get these kinds of smaller rallies, because the price goes up and down. It depends on where you're positioned. If you came and bought Bitcoin when USDT was at this low and Bitcoin was at the top, you're obviously in loss, and you're and it will be hard for you to accept the reality and come and invest here. You're probably out of money too if you bought everything here. And if you didn't take profit, if you didn't leave the market once this breakout happened. So this was the line of hope. What I'm still seeing here is, even if this chart, which you can see that after reaching 9%, which I talked about this many months ago with our other mentor and trader, Aban, inside Halal Portfolio Premium. So he was saying, like he asked me, where do you see it going? And I did mention this 9%, and he repeated after me, okay, 9%. So you can see that after that 9%, we had this consolidation, which we did trade for a while. Now you can see that this is broken. This is actually very good. It also doesn't mean that this chart is going to be to continue falling, but if I give you a target for this chart, first of all, you need to take a look at this left side. You have a resistance here. Also, you have a doji candle. Then after that, you have this break and continuation. What we have here in this chart is the support. Below the support, we have a level of demand, which the price has currently reached. Now, what could it mean here is that maybe we will get something like this, a correction back, because the prices have gone crazy up in Bitcoin, a correction, then a continuation to here, then going back. So this is one of the most possible scenarios. But if by tomorrow or the day after tomorrow this is broken, it will just continue going up until here. Now, is this going to happen so fast while we are in bear market? No. I would say it is best to take profits in our positions, or maybe depends on how you trade. Sometimes I just get out immediately to reposition myself here, because I'm always in the chart, and if I see any kind of breakout I can get in as well, but it's not recommended for you to exactly do that. What you can do is take some profit. And for you to know, I haven't fully went completely with my money, because that is for the trading account. For the other long-term holdings, I keep adding into them from time to time. Now what am I gonna do? If this gives me this confirmation of another bull run, I might just go 100% and take this entire move until we reach 7%. Then I would wait back for this correction, because if this happens and we come back up, then it would give me another big trade. Then I will trade this back to 6%, like to continue going down in this bear trend for USDT and the bull run for Bitcoin. Now let's see how this is going to play, because if Bitcoin chart, now I'm gonna show you in that chart too. So this is one of that. So it reached at retested both of these two lines multiple times. We traded all the way. Now it has broken. Now we can strongly hold some of our crypto as well, because it is now going to be harder for this chart to go back bearish. I'm gonna show you that in Bitcoin chart too. Now, the only point that you need to be looking at, if this line suddenly gets reclaimed, if we suddenly come back and close above this, then it can obviously return and continue. Not just continue going up until here, it might just continue going up to 9.5, which will take Bitcoin to even lower than $59,000. That is also a possibility. You know, I always see how the market behaves in different conditions, and I am always ready for different probabilities. So yeah, that's how it is. Wait, before going into that, so take a look at this one. This is actually the USDT plus USDC dominance together, all of them, all the stable coins. You can see that we had this entire rally, breakout, retest, continuation. Now it's coming back down. We have one small line of support here, a bigger levels of demand in here, which could still continue going up. But as far as these moves are concerned, you can see that it has already happened, and we might just expect this to sustain. So that's for that. And Bitcoin dominance. This one will determine if we get an alt season. And you can see that, what did I tell you guys? This support is not broken. You cannot expect this move unless this support is fully broken. Once it happens, then we can expect. Go to Twitter, see some of the influencers that they were calling for alt seasons again, even at this point, because what they do is they only focus on Bitcoin dominance chart. Listen, we do get some altcoin rallies, some small bull runs and few altcoins for a while, not for long term, as long as Bitcoin is going up. So if Bitcoin dominance is going up, it doesn't mean that they're losing. You need to check their charts too. They're not losing, they're actually gaining, but they aren't outperforming Bitcoin in the way that they should. Well, Zcash did. That's why I bought a lot of it. I'm gonna show you why I did bought a lot of Zcash. One reason was that I wanted to buy these lower prices of Zcash. When I got it, I bought it. That was the first reason. The second reason was I did trade a lot Zcash in these lows. I didn't want to trade it more, so I got some just in case if I want to hold for long term. Why not buy it at these lows and hold it for long term? And as you can see, it has done 10%, while Bitcoin did 7.45, Ethereum did 8%, and Solana did 5.76%. Okay, that being said, let's go take a look at the total chart. The total chart, yesterday I again mentioned that we do have a level of demand that is not yet broken, but if it does, the price will keep falling to these lower levels, and that was a quite possibility. Now what I tell you is that if Bitcoin reaches back these $76,000 levels and it couldn't hold, it also aligns with this chart that this line is broken and it will just come up. Everybody would think that, okay, it's gonna go up. Okay, this is actually could possibly be a trap and continue going back down. The same way it did here, where people thought that the price is gonna go up. The same way when it did here. I was always there tracking every single move of it since the top that I told you guys. So I know that the only way we get that sustainable bull run is if this trend that it has made is broken. So not coming back to this trend line is not gonna be the proof that it is broken. It needs to be broken in this manner. This is a breakout. This is a retest. This will be the continuation. That's why it's important. If we really, really, truly go back above these levels, which is very important, then I'm gonna wait for something like that. Otherwise, it will still take a while and it will do this. Maybe consolidate here until we reach the end of the year, then we go up. Or it will go back down, test these levels, then break this level, then go up. Because unless we take out all these people that shorted Bitcoin all the way and they sold, we cannot expect for the price to go up. Now, where is their stop loss? First of all, some people, institutions, put their stop loss here. Now they got this. In order for them to not get wrecked, they brought their stop losses here. They are out, okay? A lot of people that they put their stop loss here, they're probably out by now. But there are people that they have their stop losses around these levels. I'm gonna show you that with proof. If we go above this and take them all out and sustain the price, then we can expect a bull run. So this is the other view that you need to be aware of. Otherwise, if this candle closes here, if it closes just a little bit up, the candle's face doesn't look good to me, and if I see the entire market, everything else looks different, I'm just gonna get out and buy lower. Okay, even if the price is gonna go up after that, because what happens if the price keeps going up? We're gonna go into bull run. Then I will get in there. So it's not gonna like hurt me. That's very important. Total 2 as well, you can see that this line was clearly broken in Ethereum. I'm gonna show you that in the Ethereum chart as well. And yeah, this has happened perfectly so far, but we need to really cross this. Same thing for Bitcoin that I said. Now we need to cross this like a breakout, then I can say that okay, I am so bullish, the next target will be massive, then I'm gonna go in. Imagine if I was doing leverage, how much money I would be making. But I'm not. I'm a simple human being just like you, but I'm a Muslim trader. Because of this leverage thing being haram, I have switched from Forex to stocks. Then I found that stocks has very less moves. Then Allah gave me crypto, which is the best, even better than stocks, because you truly own this thing and you can move it around. Then I was like, the volatility is a gift for the guy that is always trading. So if the prices are low, I'm gonna buy. So that's how I make money, even if it's less than the people that they use leverage. If leverage is haram, I'm gonna just avoid, because the reward that Allah is gonna give me is going to be much more than this. And alhamdulillah, I have everything that I want, and it's all because Allah has given. So that's it. Now the money, those status, those things does not really define what I do here. So yeah. The other proof that Bitcoin is going up for now is this one. Others against BTC. You can see that others is going down, meaning that right now only Bitcoin is dominating the whole space. It's getting back to that 60%. If Bitcoin really crosses 60% in the dominance chart, and if this stays like this, and we get a correction in Bitcoin versus USD, and we really go to those lower levels, the altcoins are gonna get much more destroyed than you can expect for $1,400 of Ethereum, and Solana for $60-50. Yeah, the point is that you should always be able to tell something when the price is green, the sentiment is changed, everybody is greedy. You need to be able to tell that. Like I said, that I am happy for the peace deal. Remember when it happened on October 8th, when I gave you guys that warning that I'm happy for the peace deal, but always the prices were going up because there was war. And once the war was finished, everybody dumped. And before that, in the entire month, everybody was calling for alt season, CZ Binance, Brian Armstrong, son of Donald Trump, the entire cabinet of US, every single institution that are providing you with these means to buy crypto through their platforms, they dumped to you. They sold their expensive bitcoins to you. Now they came and bought these lower ones. That's how institutional trading works. That's how they trap the retail, and that's why Halal Portfolio exists. So we actually use their own method to make money and not get trapped, because if they want to trap us, then it's better to know what they're doing, and instead of selling at that point, buy it, and instead of buying at that point, sell it, because what they are saying is not true. Listen, I am completely going against what they're saying. And if you go and study every single professional trader that they trade based on high level and institutional trading and through supply and demand, which I teach inside Halal Portfolio Premium, they will tell you that this is how the market behavior works. They use the retail mindset. Why is it? Because the retail have less capital. They're always attached to their money. And when they see a little bit of loss, they emotionally trade, and they are the ones that are losing, and on the other hand, they are winning. And I made a complete new module inside Halal Portfolio Premium that I'm teaching you how to have this mindset too. So that's very important. And I uploaded a video as well about this lately on YouTube, so you can go and check that out. Okay. Now let's go and check how is Bitcoin doing? Where can we take profit? So ignore all of this for a while. If you want to see how the chart is moving, ignore all this. What is the price doing? Where is it going? Take a look at where was the previous order block. We have one here, we have another here. Both of these were broken. One breakout, second one breakout. Where is the closest one? Obviously this one. What price is it? $77,000. Now if we put the line chart, you can see that this support level was broken. This was also broken. When we come back to this, you can see that the line is also accurate. And on the other hand, we went even below this all-time high, which was sitting at around $69,000, which we just broke yesterday. Now, what can I expect? Am I going to take profit here? Obviously, because for the price to go higher, if it goes around these, around above $80,000, I would hold it and I would have a stop loss below this level. Okay? So this is a clear level. It's a zone. If it reaches here and it couldn't break it, then I'm gonna get out. If it closes like this tonight without reaching there, I'm gonna wait for it to reach. But it's also possible that on a lower time frame we get a correction. This is now important because you see Bitcoin since last night, since I entered at 68,000 until here it did 8%. And if you see in a 4-hour chart, we have this doji candle, then after that we have a continuation. I have explained this in the supply and demand, what it means. It is now a level of supply. So if today the Bitcoin price closes at this or below this, I'm gonna take profit, maybe even sell half of my positions, wait for this to come back down, test here, then go here, then I'm gonna offload if it doesn't break this level, then send it back down. Okay, otherwise if it does stay above it, then it will hold here, then it will come here, then I will see what's gonna happen. So I treat every single level according to how it looks like. Now you have the play and you know what to do. Now let's go back to my previous analysis. But in the meanwhile, what happens to my internet? Okay, nothing. I'm not setting alert. Okay. So you need to watch every single level. This is an important line of support. I am watching this. So far, if you see on a 4-hour level, it has found some support. It can continue. That's it. Then I will update you guys inside Premium. If I sell and buy, I will share my trades with you. So if you want to join, if you want to join our community of Muslim traders, it is for free. It's inside WhatsApp and also WAP. The links will be down below. But if you want to learn and study the methods I use to do analysis like this and become a trader yourself, the link will be also down there for that too. Because we're currently running a Ramadan promotion where you get everything for very, very cheap. If you are really serious and you want to learn, then after Ramadan the prices are gonna go up, because we have brought so many things inside Halal Portfolio, and it's no longer a new project. We have done so many great things for the past 5-6 months. Every month we closed with massive gains that doesn't happen anywhere else, only happens inside Halal Portfolio, because we trade halal and we trade in spot and we use institutional strategies. Like you can see, I have combined so many different things in order to give you guys the result that we really want. Okay, Ethereum. Now, give me guys 1 second. Okay, so Ethereum also has broken this massive level of 2200 and 2100, and it went below to 1750. Now it has, you can see that it came back to this level. Now in lower time frame, that was weekly, in lower time frame we have two levels here. There is one level that it can push into, which aligns with 80,000 BTC, that level that I just showed you guys. But at the moment, if I see this and it doesn't break, I might probably take profit here. But listen, you shouldn't get manipulated. If you see a green candle, then you would think that the prices are gonna go up from here. Yes, it does. If we see a breakout like this close this way, like a bullish engulfing, a big one, then we can say that it's gonna go. But still, how far can it go? Ethereum is also in a bearish trend. And let's say if Bitcoin goes back to those higher levels of 90K, can Ethereum go back to these $2,700 levels? Obviously, at some point, Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin, but for that, we need two things. One, Bitcoin dominance should start falling, which if you see it, it's not, and it's again trying for breaking this resistance. On the other hand, we should see ETH BTC chart. Now, let's come back to this chart because I have talked about this for so long. You can see that this is happening according to how I have told you guys before, that we will get a correction here after this breakout. Now this one is happening. This one is now void. It doesn't mean anything. This is actually very good. We just needed to stay a little bit longer and get out of this entire consolidation that's here. Then Ethereum can push back higher to those 2700 levels, and this chart could reach back to this resistance of 0.032 against Bitcoin. Then once it's out of this range, then it will completely go against the Bitcoin price, and it will, not against, I mean like outperform Bitcoin entirely. But as of now, we cannot expect the same thing. As of now, it is still Bitcoin dominating. So it means that, yeah, if you want performance, you can always get in later, but what it will do, it will do something similar like Bitcoin. Not so much in the sense of outperforming it. So it's still best, I think, to have large amount of your money in Bitcoin. But later you can maybe exchange a little bit to Ethereum to make more money. But if you are just fan of Ethereum and you want to trade Ethereum, you should know that there is this resistance. Now, there is two ways to trade it. If it closes above this, we will get some sort of, we will get some sort of correction after breaking. Then you can position yourself here. So if you see a breakout of this 2200 trend support, then we can enter back here to continue to going to 2400, then to 2700, 800 Ethereum. But for now, let's not ignore this level. We can actually ignore it after, if today, by tonight. It's possible, like, it's possible if it does, but you know, when I see green candles, I take profits. And I have entered here, and you guys know how many times I have traded Ethereum. If I have a chart here, I'm gonna show you. So for me, it doesn't matter. If you have any other plan, then for you it's different. But for me, you can see that I have traded all of these. Okay, it doesn't have every but Ethereum move here, but you get the idea what I'm saying. So this is Solana. If I have shared, okay, if I haven't shared Ethereum, so just take a look at this. If you have been trading and making money all these times in the bear market, then you should not be scared of what is going to happen. Even if it does break, it gives you more confluence for the long term that we are actually in some kind of bull market. Then we will see higher levels. Then once you see it coming back to a level of support, then you can go all in. Otherwise, what's best is taking profit. But let's see tonight. So if anything happens, I will update you guys inside Halal Portfolio Premium. If you guys have any chart for me to trade, you can say it in the chats as well inside YouTube. Okay, we have two more charts that I can go into. One is Hype, the other one is Zen. So let me finish first with Solana. Let's go to Solana so I can give you the targets. Here you go. Targets for Solana is already being done. So we entered here, then I entered yesterday here. This target is not here, but you get the idea that how beautiful everything is going. Now we need to break above $92 and retest back around $80, $90. Then you can get the next move to these levels of 105, and you have another resistance that was broken, which is 97. So these are the levels you can look into. Always remember, when the price comes down, buy these levels. If the price goes up, comes down, buy these levels. Never ever buy these tops, because you're gonna get wrecked entirely. So that's important. But for now, it's looking this way. And for Solana to really go bullish, we need to reclaim above 105. Then in order for it to go and really outperform Bitcoin and Ethereum, we need to take a look at Sol against Bitcoin. So this is a chart from the old times, which we don't need now. And if you see, it is not yet, there's no any sign of flipping against Bitcoin, but we do see it outperforming against US dollar, which is a good thing. When I see US dollar being destroyed by altcoins, I really get happy. You have no idea. Okay, so this is the play. If Solana really goes up in this manner against BTC, then it can outperform BTC very much. But still, you know that I have a lot of Solana. I think now I have the same amount versus BTC. No. I think I have more BTC still than Solana. Yeah. I still have more. Take a look at this. Against Ethereum, it's looking actually very good. So it will be very easy for Solana to outperform Ethereum if it just crosses this yellow line. Then it can push higher. Then you have another level here that you can look toward. And you have another level which is here. Then you have another level which is around all-time high. Here you go. But for now, you can see that still Ethereum, like they're almost same when it comes to performance. Solana did since last night 6.3%, while Ethereum did 9.5%. So you can see that it is still a little bit weak. That's the thing. Zcash, let me give you guys an update on Zcash too. So Zcash has reclaimed this previous level that it just recently lost. But again, my first take profit is at 260. And if we sustain, I'm just gonna clean it for a while. What do you see here? If it's going to sustain these levels, then the most probable level is coming back above 300 to 315 or 20. You can see that there is a major level for Zcash, and there's another major level here. Then there's another major level here. 1, 2, 3. And there's this trend line. So it could come here before going down, or if it breaks, then it can shoot even higher. So this is the play for Zcash, to just give you a long-term perspective. But for the short term, and if I'm going to be trading to make more money, I'll be looking into these levels of mine that I have previously traded, and they were quite very well. You should know that Zcash is still considered medium risk than Solana and Ethereum and Bitcoin being a low risk. So some levels could still be not known. Let me update you guys with some of the recent trades on Zcash. So yeah, this is how it's looking. And when it comes to these prices, I'm gonna look into taking profit for now. That's it. Zcash BTC. And yeah, the reason why I got more Zcash and it is outperforming the entire market is, take a look at how Zcash made the dip against Ethereum, and on this chart against Bitcoin, which it is not even updated. But if you come and put this line as a demand level, you can see that it is right now on the bottom, and the next move could be great. Let's see if we get something like this, then it will be a very good signal for long-term sustainability. Alhamdulillah, yeah, this is so good. Yeah, so keep these levels in mind. Now, let's finish it by looking into some of the other altcoins, which is Zen and Hype. Hype is at this situation, which I haven't gotten in. I got in, I took profit, then I got out, then I couldn't get back in because I am really not in the charts these days. So I couldn't get every single move of every single thing. On the other hand, I'm trying to avoid Hype as much as I can, although I know that it has some sort of, what can I say, like, there is a lot of doubt into this. Now, it's better to avoid the things that are doubtful, like Doge, because even last night, the end of the night, I saw Dogecoin at 0.89, I think. It was such a great opportunity. I could have bought a lot of Doge and made so much money. But the reason why I avoided that too was because there are doubts. So I'm not saying that it's the same thing for Hype. There is only one or two institutions which are very, very credible. These guys are saying that Hype is halal, which is Share Life. Now, on the other hand, we have Marhaba, Islamic Finance Guru. They say it's haram. But if you go into, what is it? Marhaba, I think they say Trump coin is doubtful. Then if you go into Islamic Finance Guru, they say Trump is halal. But then you come in Share Life, they say Trump is haram. Now, I get confused why we don't have a clear pathway. Why our Muslim scholars, they have different methods of analyzing everything. Why always when it comes to Islam we don't have a clean pathway? It's because we aren't united, and most of our scholars are sold out. They're scared if they say something against the current system, which if you go and watch most of them and their videos, you know what they say? Bitcoin is not backed by the government, by the central banks, not widely adopted. Should these be the reason for something to become halal for you? Is it the principles of halal finance or Islamic finance or the things that we do? As far as I know, everything is halal unless you prove it are haram. There are some things that is clearly said in Quran and also in the hadith of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, that there are some things that are clearly haram and we should avoid that. But when it comes to money and banks, we have Islamic banking, which is interest based, which they changed the name of it. Then people or scholars relying on central banks, which the reason the entire ummah is suffering, the entire world is dominated by who? By the bankers. When are you guys gonna wake up? I wrote the other day that the greatest jihad these days is to actually sell your fiat currency, because that's how they fund the wars. Don't you see it? They say USD is halal. Come on, guys. Then they say Bitcoin is haram. These are the problem with our institutions. So that's why there are problems with hype too. But let's come to the technical analysis. So the first target for Hyperliquid is obviously $36. But if we are in this sustainable break of trend and retest, I would expect it to make a formation like this and continue going up, because this is a very good platform. It is much more halal than any other bank that we have. I mean, the system they have built, not the coin. I'm not talking about that. I am not a scholar. But the coin itself, I still don't think it is problematic. I'm just thinking. But this is how you see it. I did position myself around $27 and even around $21 before. I made some trades, but I haven't bought it after. You can see that I don't want to buy something if it's haram. But because there is majority of consensus, I'm still looking into this. And instead I want to make money from somewhere else. Otherwise, this coin has such a great upside, which I always want to hold it. It's like my next favorite coin, but the reason that because it's doubtful, I'm just trying to avoid. Now, coming to Zen. I have still some Zen, but I did sell it. I'm gonna show you where I sold most of it and took profit, because I'm very smart, you know. I don't let my profits go away. So in the previous pump, I sold it exactly here. Not joking with you guys. And I shared the proof of it inside the community group chats. And after that, this is how it happened. And where I bought it was around here, if I'm not mistaken. And I don't know if I bought it here too or no. But yeah, I have been trading Zen for quite some time. What I missed was this entire run on Zen. That's what I have missed, but Alhamdulillah, I have taken other coins that did similar move, so it's still the same thing. Can't get every single thing, you know. But yeah, it is an absolute bottom. It could still push back to first target $7. Wait, first target 6.58. Next target 7.2. Higher than that 8. Then once we sustain these, then you have another one which increases in the range. You can see that is 13. Then the next one is obviously 17.5. Then the next one is I think it should be this zone. So there's a zone there around $23. Then if you're trading, those are the levels. But if you're holding for the long term, then it's very cheap. Is there any other coin that I haven't covered and you guys have mentioned to me? If there is, then tell me. Okay, so there is no more chart requests in the community too. It's late night. Everybody's sleeping in Afghanistan and Pakistan. I wish you guys a very good night. If you have enjoyed the content, make sure to press that like button so it reaches to more people. If you want to learn really seriously, have a mentor that is always backing you every single day, will answer every single thing that you are struggling with. Join now, because it is so cheap. It is cheaper than any platform that you can find. Nobody's gonna tell you the stuff that I tell you for this price, but because I want to bring a lot of Muslims, it is still cheap. So the prices are going to increase by the end of Eid, inshallah. So have a good time. Take care. Allah.